HashSet. We have learned about a few important data structures in Java: arrays, array lists, and linked list. They all have a feature in common. They maintain the insertion order of elements. Sometimes we don't need to care about the order of elements in a collection. For example, an online library may keep a collection of books in no particular order. In mathematics, set contains distinct elements. For example, a set of fruits contains non-duplicate fruits in no order. Such an unordered collection of distinct elements is called a set in mathematics as well as in Java. A set is an unordered collection of distinct elements. So, a set does not provide the feature of maintaining insertion order, but helps to remove duplicates from the collection. If we try to add an element that is already there in the set, it will be rejected. But what is the benefit of using a set? Can it be more efficient? How does it remove duplicates? Let's understand how a set functions to answer all these questions. In Java, the most popular type of set is the hash set. First, let us see how an array list stores and finds elements, and then we will see how hash set behavior is different from that of a list. When we add objects to an array list, the objects get added in a sequential order. That is, an object that comes first goes first inside the list. Now, when you have to find an object in the list, you give the list a copy of the object, and the list starts searching from the beginning, looking at each element sequentially to see if it matches. How different is a hash set? Hash set is a hash-based collection that stores elements in so-called buckets. A hashing function is used to compute an integer value called the hash code for an object. A hash set has a fixed number of buckets. When we try to put an object in the hash set, it computes the hash code of the object using hashing function. Suppose the hash code is 542. This puts the object into a bucket and marks the bucket with 542. Let's add another object. Suppose the hash code for this object is 545. This puts the object into another bucket and marks the bucket with 545. Now, a third object comes in. Suppose the hash code of this object is also 545. A bucket is already marked with 545, so object 3 will land in the same bucket as object 2. It is possible for two or more distinct objects to have the same hash code. This is called a collision. This explains why the set is unordered. It relies on the hash code of the object and puts the object in a bucket marked with the hash code. Now let's see why this is efficient. When we want to find an object in a hash set, it uses the hash code of the object as a kind of label to the bucket where it stored the object. So, it can find the object much more quickly. It does not need to search the set sequentially. Now, what exactly is a hash code? A hash code is a small 32-bit numeric key calculated from the values of an object using a hashing algorithm. The numeric key itself is meaningless and may not be unique for each object. It may happen that the hashing algorithm returns the same value for multiple objects even if they are not equal. That means that multiple objects would land in the same bucket. If we need to find object 3, the hash code takes us to its bucket. This bucket contains two objects. The hash set will now use the equals method to see if there's a perfect match. If we try to add object 3 again to the hash set, it will first compute the hash code. There is already a bucket marked with 545, but before adding object 3 to this bucket, it will check whether the object is equal to any other object in the bucket. If yes, it already exists and it will not be added again. This answers how HashSet helps to remove duplicates. Thus, the benefits of HashSet are: HashSet provides efficient hash-based storage and retrieval of objects, and it avoids duplicate elements. Recap. In this video, we saw that a set is an unordered collection of distinct elements. HashSet is a type of set that uses hashing function to compute an integer value called the hash code for an object. Based on the hash code, objects are added to buckets and retrieved also. HashSet provides efficient storage and retrieval of objects and helps to avoid duplicates.